All right, section 2.10. The title is percent increase and decrease. So there's 5 boxes for this lesson, but for the very first box, what I want you to do inside your groups, I want you to turn to page 144, and in the top left-hand section of the book, there is a blue box, and it's called Solve It. I would like you guys to discuss a group as to how to do the Solve It on page 144 right now before we begin. So that's your first task. Okay, ready, set, go. Do things change? So this leads us right into talking about the idea of what's known as percent change. Okay, so we just did the Solve It, and we saw that it was stored 2 was a better deal. So let's talk about percent change. How much things change, okay? So the percentage that something would change can easily be figured out by taking a ratio. And the ratio is, the numerator is the amount of change, the amount of the increase, if you're having a percentage increase, or a decrease, if you have a percentage going down, divided by the original amount. Okay? So when we change from one number to another number, we're either going to have a percentage increase or a percentage decrease, depending on whether or not we go up from the original amount or down from the original amount. And this is how we're going to calculate it, okay? Okay, so here we go, right? So this jacket that I want to buy costs $82, all right? It's on sale for $74.50. So I'm wondering, what is the discount? So what's the percent it's on sale? All right, so what's the sale rack percentage? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the percent equation. Okay, so here's what I know, all right? The percent change is going to be the amount in the decrease or increase. Well, that is just the original amount, which was $82. Oops, not 80, $82. Minus $74.50 divided by the original amount. What was the original amount again, you guys? 82. Okay, good. Well, how much is the difference of 82 and 74.50? How much is that? 7.5, right? So 750. Okay, so this is 7.5. I'm going to divide that by the original amount, which is 82. So if I take 7.5 and divide it by 82 in my calculator, what's my calculator going to tell me? Go ahead and do it right now. What do you get?
750 or 7.5?
Yeah, I'm getting this. If I take 7.5 and I divide it by 82, okay, I get 0.091 and then like 2 and then blah 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 blah. Okay, so how would I say this? This would be is if I move this over 1, 2, this is approximately a 9% sale price. Right? You guys agree with that statement? Is that a fair statement? Okay. So if the jacket was $82 and it was on sale for $74.50, then I'm getting 9% in savings, right? I'm saving it's a 9% sale. Does that make sense? Okay. Well, I don't know. That's just what they gave us for an example. Okay, so take a look at this example. Let's talk about markup. Let's go the other way. Let's say you work at the Guitar Center. You buy a guitar for a wholesale price of $295 from the distributors. Okay? Then you turn around and you sell the guitar to consumers for $340. That's called a markup. So the question is, how do we calculate by what percent we have marked up the guitar? Does that make sense to you? Okay. So we figured this out the exact same way we did the other problem. So we're going to take the difference. So the percentage in markup, okay, is going to be the difference in the amount. So I'm going to take $340 minus $295, and I'm going to divide it by the original amount. And what's the original amount of the guitar? $295. Okay, so what's the difference from 340 to 295? That's what? Well, that's just 45, right? So I take 45, I divide it by 295. So if I take my calculator and I take 45 and I divide that by 295, I'm getting this. Now, if I want the percentage, I could just say times 100, right? I could easily see that. and I'm getting a 15 point, if I round up, 15.3, right? So this is approximately a 15% markup. Or, like Pallavi said, this is making 15% profit on every guitar that they sell. Okay, so here's the setup for the U-Tribe. 1 year at your job, you're making $76,500 in a salary every single year. The next year, you get a raise of $79,750 in your salary per year. How much has your salary increased? By what percent? What's the percent of your raise? Okay, so you went from making $76,500 to $79,750. What is the percent of the raise that you have now gotten? Okay, so when I did this, when I calculated this out, I got about a 4.2, I think, percent raise. So I take the difference of the two, and the difference of the two is 3,250, and I divide by the original amount, which was 76,500, and I got approximately, I think, 4.2% raise. So that's how I did it. You guys get something similar to mine? You guys get the 4%, with the same thing? Okay, about 4.2%. Okay, awesome. So now we're talking about percent raise, percent increase and decrease.